We wanted to tell you about our chicken processing area that we're setting up. This is our part of our loafing shed. This is going to be the garage for our truck. It's kind of a multi-purpose. We've shown it before. We've cleaned it out. We've brought these black mats in. These were on the property. They were kind of all rolled up, not being used. So we had to do some cutting to get them the right lengths, but now this entire dirt floor is rubber. So it won't be as sloppy when we get water in there. So that's the starting point of it. But we're just going to tell you a little bit about what we're going to do to it.
So the first thing we're going to do, well, can I start down here?
Absolutely.
We're making a crib right here for the chickens to be in while they're waiting to be processed. So we just have to go here and get them.
Well, what we're going to have is we have a couple of young boys, teenagers, almost teenagers.
No, boys.
They're boys. Who are going to be bringing the chickens from the chicken tractors and putting them here and trying to keep ahead of us so that we don't have to wait or go a long distance to get the chickens to process, so that we can quickly go through it with the crew that's going to be here. Nobody has wasted time.
So I'm just going to go through this fast because we're going to go through it when it's actually in place. Right here will be the killing cones. So we have two burners here, another burner here. This we picked up at an auction for $7. And this is where they get dipped. Here's where our plucker's going to fit so the water runs right out. Then right here is the evisceration. And it's got the sink. We got a laundry sink we're going to put here and our table. It has a hose that's going to run right out too. And we have tubs for the offals.
The offals.
And then over here we'll have chilling tanks. And over here is the table where we will be putting them in their bags and putting them into the people's coolers who are going to have them.
Watch as this comes together.
It's a lot of work, but I'm having so much fun doing it. And I'm so glad we're doing it a couple of days ahead of time because I keep going, oh yeah, we need to. Oh yeah, we need to. I mean, even to the point that over here in the corner, when we get too hot, I have nails to hang our coats on. Now, that said, Thursday night after 10 o'clock, it's supposed to snow. Yeah. So the high that on Friday is supposed to be 40. That night, Friday night, after we're all done in bed, 18 degrees. It's been in the 30s, been the lowest, which is tonight, and then it plummets to 18, and then it goes back up into the 30s. So at least the really good news is we will not have flies bothering us, and that's really good. So I'm going to have hot chocolate for everyone who's helping, and I think we'll figure out a place to have some hand warmers to warm up our hands. But nothing warms up your body than working fast. And that's what we're gonna do. Oh, here comes Jim. Look at his arms full, full, full.
Now I'm gonna see if I can put it together. Got it cut.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna leave it on and let you catch some of it, Jim. And I am going to go and get the grapes ready. Okay? All right.
We've got our processing area totally set up.
Maybe it's a processing barn.
Processing barn.
Kind of dirty there.
I've been working.
And I'm going to take the camera off and follow Jim around on this
First
side.
of all, swing and point over there where the chickens are.
All right.
We start with pulling the chickens from there one by one.
Well,
we're gonna be
one by one.
Okay, groups of them.
And our neighbor's just going to turn on his.
Maybe he won't do it for very long. We're going to be using Hank to haul our chicken crate in. We're going to fasten the crate down there tightly so that it doesn't come off. We have some young men that are going to be helping. We don't know who all. We're going to, when everybody's here, we're going to make assignments. So whoever's doing it's going to be doing it. The chickens will be all hauled over here, and however many we can fit into this crate. Then they'll be put in here as a holding area so that they're available.
This is a crib that we built.
So a small crib, nice place to keep them. So they will start here. We'll have them here so the tall people can reach over and grab them. The shorter people who are getting in and out will go in through this gate. You're not worried about chickens coming out right there?
You know what? That's why we're doing this. So
yeah, this is a walkthrough, right? To be sure everything works. So we'll take them from there, and then they will go into these killing cones. We're going to get a couple more buckets. There are buckets coming with some of the workforce that's going to be here. You notice we've got this ready for turkeys too. We're going to be doing some turkeys in the afternoon. We have 4 turkeys that are going to be part of this later in the day. But these 3 stations is where we're going to be doing the bleeding out so that they're totally ready.
Explanation on the turkeys. We haven't raised them, but a friend has raised them. We're purchasing them from him.
Good price. It's well worth it. We actually have 3 kettles for keeping the water hot for doing the dunking before they are plucked. And the reason for that is we're going to have a thermometer. You want to keep the temperature right around 155. Then it's 30 seconds, dunking in and out a few times. And what we find is sometimes the water gets too hot. Sometimes
our neighbor is competing with us right now. We're sorry.
Sorry about the sound. It's what you got when you're homesteading, right? So between the 3 of these, we can have one at the right temperature when we're ready for dunking the birds. A little bit of overkill, but from experience, and especially with the number of people and how rapidly we're hoping to go through this is going to help the process go well. So once they're dumped, then they go here into the plucker.
And this is I'm going to show the brand of our plucker. This is our plucker. It works really well.
Is that got a faucet on it?
You're leaking water, babe. Really bad out of your wife.
So we got water to go in here.
And we need to make sure we have a decent faucet. There's 2 others over there, Jim, we can pull from. There we go. And the nice thing about this, I'm gonna go down so don't spray my camera. The nice thing about this is that the feathers all come out right here into this bucket rather than shooting them all over the place.
And we have a bucket with you can see the hole in the bottom, so the water will drain out. It'll hold most of the feathers.
And go straight down our little hill.
And then occasionally we'll be dumping it out with the rest of the offal. But this will be able to operate right here. So they will come from here to the evisceration table.
So there'll be 3 of us at the evisceration table.
So 1 on this side, 1 on this side, and 1 here at the end.
And this is
we won't necessarily have 3 people all the time. There'll be some flexing around, I suspect, but there's space for 3 people to eviscerate.
And I want you to know that we have all of these tables. That one with the, they are on with plumber's tape so they don't come out. The cook stove is like that. The sink over here is like that, so that we are covering all our bases for danger. So we are, we have where our offals go here, water comes up here.
Haven't ran that for a while.
Yeah.
Saw some brown coming out of there.
So we've got water there. And then when we're done with this, then we come over here and take our chicken and clean it out really well. So why are we having this?
Oh, there was dirt in the line, in the hose.
So is water coming out there now?
It is now. Water comes out right there. We're going to put a 45 elbow on there that'll take it out a little bit further so that we're not having water right under feet.
So why is this like this then?
Coming out of that pipe.
That pipe.
Okay, we're going to need to run it a bit to get it cleaned out.
So
explain about the hydrant we're using.
All right. So we're using a hydrant that's our hydrant. It is right on the border, but it's our water. It's hooked to our well. We've never used it until yesterday or today.
Right.
And so we're cleaning it out right now. We plan to move that hydrant over closer to our area, but our neighbor, which you can hear him in the background, we can't see his house. He's got 5 acres there, but they're building in their house, so that's why we're hearing that, and I apologize for that. Anyway, this is where we're gonna take the chickens and clean them all out. Then they go into a tank here. This is all clean and been super sanitized.
So explain the 2 stages.
Okay, so after the chickens are cleaned and everything, they go into a chill tank. They'll probably be in here for a minimum of 20 minutes, but hopefully an hour. And then they go into an ice bath, which will be a food grade, a 55-gallon drum that's being prepared today. Then from there, they will come and hang on these things, and we're making another one of these, and there's just a little one, where they will be prepared to be able to be bagged. And then we'll have a cook stove that's here, or we're gonna bring that third one over here, and then we'll dip them after they're bagged to seal them up. And then ice chests will be along here to put them all in. And this little table is the I need a rest, I need a break table. It's gonna have hot chocolate sitting on it and some refreshments. So I think we're ready. We go all the way around, and at this point I believe we have 8 adults and some children, some youth that are going to be helping. So we are excited because we have never had help ever. And we did 63 in a day, and we're so excited to do 100 with 8 people.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
It's going to be a great process. I'm excited to see how quickly we can do it and safely.
And the 2 wives that aren't able to come because they both have little children, they're making lunch for us.
It's going to be a great day.
We've got it all covered.
It's going to be a great morning.
And then the next day, most of the men are going hunting together. Jim was invited, but he's not going.
I already had a big day planned, so.
All right. We're excited. I'm going to go try and hurry and get this on. We're going to still try to do our live today. It's going to be raining, so I don't know. If we can.
What time do we leave?
You know what? You know what? We're going to do our live on Friday. Do we have anything on Friday?
This?
After everybody's gone.
Yes.
5 o'clock. I can't see this. Let's do our live at 5 o'clock. Let's do our live when we finish, at least at 5 o'clock on Friday, not Thursday. Which is today, huh? Oh, I'm so confused. We're not doing our live today. We're gonna do it tomorrow after we're all done, right?
Right.
Because tonight we're going to Mount Vernon to a grant proposal writing class for our farm.
Yes.
Okay. Whew. We got it all?
We're there.
Okay.